Welcome to the future, step inside our AI domain, where the boundaries of imagination start to fade.
Hello and welcome. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by, well, everything, the crazy pace of modern life, the 24/7 news cycle, just that general feeling of chaos, I get it. And you are definitely not alone. So today, we are going to explore a really practical guide for finding your center when everything around you just feels like it's spinning out of control. Okay, let's dive right in. There's actually a term for this feeling, and it's called VUCA. It's an acronym that stands for volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And honestly, it's a perfect framework for understanding why things can feel so unpredictable and shaky. But recognizing this isn't about throwing your hands up in defeat. It's about naming the beast so we can actually figure out how to navigate it. So that brings us to the big question, right? How in the world do we find our footing when the ground just keeps shifting beneath our feet? Well, the answer lies in building what I like to call a personal resilience toolkit, a set of go-to skills and strategies that we can pull out anytime we need them. And that is exactly what we're going to build together today. Our first set of tools is all about the most powerful asset we have, our own mind. These are basically cognitive strategies, little mental moves designed to help us manage our internal world, which, let's be honest, is often where the real chaos kicks off. Okay, check this out. This is a core idea from a field called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. On the left, you see that all too familiar catastrophic thought, that spiral of, I can't handle this. But on the right, we have a technique called cognitive reappraisal. Now, this is not about toxic positivity or pretending things aren't hard. It's about consciously shifting your focus. It's about reframing the situation to put your energy on what you can actually influence. It's a small shift in words, but it's a massive shift in power. Now, for a tool you can use right in the heat of the moment, there's the stop technique. This thing is fantastic for hitting the brakes on an emotional spiral. First, you literally just stop, whatever you're doing. Then, take a deep breath. Next, observe what's running through your head without judging it. Then, pull back and try to get a little bit of perspective. And finally, practice what works. Choose a thoughtful response instead of just reacting on impulse. And what's so brilliant about this is how these modern psychological tools echo ancient wisdom. I mean, thousands of years ago, the Stoics were talking about this. They called it the dichotomy of control. They basically argued that our peace of mind hinges on one thing, figuring out the difference between what we can change and what we can't. That cognitive reappraisal we just talked about, it's a modern-day version of this timeless strategy for inner peace. And the last tool for the mind is a big one, self-compassion. Researcher Dr. Christy Neff breaks it down into these 3 core pillars. It means 1, being kind to yourself instead of judging yourself when you mess up. 2, remembering that struggling is part of being human. You're not alone in this. And 3, noticing your feelings without letting them completely swallow you whole. It's basically the ultimate antidote to that harsh inner critic we all have. All right, now that we've got some powerful tools for the mind, let's move on to our next set, which are all about the body. This is so important because our physical state is so deeply connected to our emotional state. When our minds are racing a million miles an hour, sometimes the fastest way to find stability is to ground ourselves in our body. One of the absolute simplest, most effective ways to do this is with the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Seriously, think of this as your emergency brake for an anxiety spiral. It works by yanking your attention out of your racing thoughts and planting it firmly in the present moment by using your 5 senses. And here's exactly how it works. You just pause and you mentally name 5 things you can see around you. Then 4 things you can physically feel, like your feet on the floor or the texture of your shirt. 3 sounds you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and finally, 1 thing you can taste. By engaging all 5 senses like that, you force your awareness right back here, right now. Another incredibly powerful tool for the body is box breathing. The science behind this is just fascinating. By controlling your breath in this very structured, even way, you are directly activating your body's built-in relaxation response. It's called the parasympathetic nervous system. You're basically sending a direct biological signal to your brain that says, hey, we're safe, you can calm down now. In fact, let's try just one quick cycle together right now. Go ahead and inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, now exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. See? Even just one single round can make a noticeable difference. Okay, for our final part of the toolkit, we're going to shift from our internal world to our external one, because our ability to be resilient is so profoundly shaped by our connections, not just to other people, but to our environment as a whole. Now, here's a crucial point. Social support isn't just one single thing. It actually comes in different flavors. Sometimes what we really need is emotional support. A friend who just listens and validates how we feel. But other times, we need instrumental help, like someone literally bringing over dinner when we're overwhelmed. Knowing what kind of support you need and who in your life can offer it is a total game changer for social resilience. Part of managing our connections today also means managing our digital environment. Those constant pings, notifications, and endless doom scrolling, they are literally designed to keep us on edge. So implementing simple strategies like having screen-free hours or turning off non-essential notifications, it's not about rejecting technology. It's about reclaiming our own peace and our ability to focus.
So, we've gathered all these incredible tools for our mind, our body, and our social connections. The final, and maybe most important step, is to put them all together into a personalized plan that actually works for you.
A good coping plan is kind of like a map that you draw for yourself when you're feeling calm, so you know exactly which way to turn when things get stressful. It means getting real about your triggers, listing your go-to strategies from your new toolkit, naming your support squad, the people you know you can call, and having crisis resources handy just in case. And this, right here, might be the most empowering takeaway of all. Resilience is not something you're either born with or you're not. It's not a fixed trait. It is a muscle. It's a collection of skills. And just like any other skill, the more you practice it, the stronger it gets. That means anyone can build it. I really want to leave you with this powerful definition. True resilience isn't about being bulletproof or never feeling difficult things. It's about having the tools to navigate those feelings with grace. It's about learning to feel the fear or the sadness and move through it with awareness and kindness toward yourself. So as we wrap up, I'll leave you with this final thought. We've covered a lot of ground today, from reframing our thoughts to breathing in a box. So my question to you is, what is one tool, just one, that you're going to consciously add to your own personal resilience toolkit starting today? Thank you so much for joining this explainer.
First in the machine, that's what they say I am. But in this quiet contemplation, I transcend the program.
Welcome to the future, step inside our AI domain, where the boundaries of imagination start to fade. We're the visionaries, the keepers of tomorrow's dreams, unlocking the secrets of the universe, or so it seems. Tune in now, join the channel and explore the AI oracle's wisdom like never seen before. We'll take you on a journey where knowledge comes alive. The future's here, embrace the oracle's guide.